Ace your virtual interview with these tips. With the rise of digitalization, a surge in the request for virtual interviews has surfaced. If you are currently on the job hunt, you are highly likely to be called up to a virtual interview rather than a physical one. Today we will discuss some of the best practices you should observe to help you ace your virtual interview or presentation. Basically, this includes topics such as elevating your presence in a virtual meeting, how to keep your audience engaged in a virtual presentation, video communications best practices, as offices adopt work from home practices in full force. Virtual interviews are becoming more routine. Elevating your presence in a virtual interview. 1. Focus on the camera. Direct eye contact is a vital way to emphasize your point. However, we all know that it is very difficult to stare or keep your attention at the camera the whole time throughout your presentation. However, in a virtual interview, what you need is to focus all your attention on the video camera to ensure that you bring your point across. 2. Make full use of the engagement functions on the platform. The chat window and other engagement functions on the virtual communication platform are opportunities for you to elevate your presence, add dimension to your presentation, and demonstrate your full attention. 3. Remove all distractions. This point is especially salient in a virtual interview, as this would be the least of your concerns in a physical meeting. When your interview is conducted physically, you have a live audience. But now you have your audience at a screen, and you should make a good impression on them. So, remove all the distraction which can spoil your interview. Keeping your audience engaged in a virtual interview. 1. Leveraging your voice and embracing the pauses. Your voice is your instrument. You control what comes out in many ways, such as tone, silence, pitch, volume, etc. A great presentation requires a good mix of these elements to reinforce your point. 2. Starting on time. Connectivity issues come hand in hand with working from home. A virtual interview is still an interview and is not a reason to be tardy. You should try to enter the room about 10 minutes before the interview starts and begin on time. 3. Visually reinforcing key points. In a virtual interview, it is difficult for your audience to observe your hand gestures and body language. Therefore, it is important to reinforce your message and capture their attention with word pictures, simplified slides, and purposeful movement. Best practices in virtual interviews. 1. Audio, video, background and lighting. Your video should be on throughout the interview, unless your appearance or background is inappropriate or disturbing. It is important to ensure that you have tested your audio and video before entering the call as a professional form of conduct. A point to note is to adjust your camera such that your shoulders can be seen. And if you need better quality audio, plug in a headset. 2. Preparing for your presentation with the acronym PREP method. PREP method. Point. Start your speech with a clear point of the subject. Reason. Explain why you are speaking on the topic. Example. Give a few examples to bring life to your story. Point. End with a concluding point that wraps up your speech.